All right, there we go. Hello, hello, hello. Incredible greetings. How is everyone doing? It's going to be a quick one, but a good one, okay? And we're going to have a more in-depth conversation about this on Thursday in the Creative Lounge. But hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Ooh, let me clean my camera over here for you guys. I'm going to clean this. Wait, which side is it on? Wrong side. There we go. Let's clean that up real quick. Let's throw our disclaimer or disclosure on. Oh gosh, I hate when it does that. There we go. All right. So I'm going to hop right into this, guys. This will be one of those ones where we kind of really get into discussion. If you're watching the playback of this, that's not a norm. We normally kind of have, oh, you know what? Kind of, sort of. I do need to at least share this out and make sure that it is on the correct audience, which it's on friends only, which, I mean, that works, but I'm going to go ahead and change my audience to public. And we're going to share this out. So, uno momento while I share out this broadcast. All right, so have you considered selling your creations from your new craft skills on Etsy? Did you know there is a change that could affect how you to setting up a store? Do you know how Etsy works? All right. Copy, share. So I want to pose that question to you guys right now. Right? Do you guys know how Etsy works? Have any of you guys considered setting up an Etsy account? I'm going to share this out. And while I'm sharing it out, if you guys could go ahead and answer that question for me. And I will also do my little introduction. I am Shakia, the professor of HS Ink 365. We are the home of the Honestly Speaking brand of products. We carry the absolute best sublimation paper and ink. Oh, excuse me. We also have classes centered around mainly Silhouette Studio in the design portion, but I also have now 7 cameos. So we do also do some trainings when it comes to using the machine, but I've also done some trainings for Canva, Cricut Design Space, just no Cricut machine because I don't own one, different printing methods, things of that nature. So you're going to get a wealth of knowledge here on this platform. In this particular session, we are going to talk about Etsy because one of my good craft sisters posted about this, which I already have an Etsy shop, and I went through my statements to see if they charged, like they retro charged anyone that already had a site. I did not see it unless it came months ago. I hadn't, gone to really look into setting up a brand new Etsy until she mentioned that. I'm guessing she wants to set up an Etsy account. And what's interesting to me is her screen says a different amount than what my screen says. So that was pretty interesting to me. Now let me sign into here. Okay. So I'm going to click on the shop to start a shop. And so now her image is the exact same image as mine, but there is a difference right here. Okay. So there is a new change to setting up an Etsy shop. And we're going to kind of break this down a little bit and what this kind of means. Will this change whether or not you use Etsy or not? And as I stated, we will have a detailed discussion on this in the Creative Lounge on Thursday. So I'm going to bring up the calendar. Whoa. So on Thursday, October 3rd, we are having a session where we are going within the Creative Lounge, where we're going to discuss Etsy versus standalone websites or e-commerce site. So be on the lookout for that if you are already a part of the Creative Lounge, or you can sign up today, tomorrow, the day, day of. But we will have a more detailed discussion at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on. Gosh, I just realized what I just did. Okay. I keep messing up my schedule. I gotta. All right. This may end up having to change also. I have a one-on-one session at 7 because this storm has really messed up my schedule. Oh, yeah, Dios míos. I have a one-on-one session at 7. So this may change, but we're still going to we may end up having to do this discussion at 10:30 a.m. instead of it being a 6:30 class. Or I may do it at 8 because my session is only for 1 hour. This may be one of the only times that we do a late night session. So maybe 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, because we always kind of start on the 30. So I'll probably do it at a start time of 8:30. Yeah, either it'll be a 10:30 in the morning session or 8:30, because I just remembered I had to reschedule my last week's class to till Thursday. So we'll figure that part out. But yeah, there is the calendar for that. Now let's get back to Etsy. So once when I saw this, I was like, ooh, this is something that we should, discuss. All right. And that's what we're going to do for about 20 minutes or so, because I do have to also go to the school. We have 8th grade parent night. So hello. Incredible greetings, everyone. 2 times in one day. I'm excited. Going through your earlier live session. Yeah, that thing was long. And then we were on TikTok for another like 2 hours after that. It's crazy. I thought about it, but got nervous around what to post in tags for my shop to be found. Okay. Let's see. Yes, someone says they've done it. Hey, just say, how would I sign up for Creative Lounge? There is a link in the description of this video that will take you right to our Creative Lounge. So if you click on that, or just head on over to 365 Creative Academy. And when you're on the homepage, or actually just go to all courses, you can scroll down and you will see the Creative Lounge. Click on that. That is how you sign up for the Creative Lounge. Okay. Let's see. All right. So back to Etsy. Now it's interesting because how I found out, again, I already have Etsy shop that I barely post to. I kept saying I'm gonna get back into it, but I just have it because I have my own standalone site, and I actually push traffic towards my site. That would just be kind of like extra cherry on top. But it's interesting because I actually had her check hers to go back, because she posted and she showed the screenshot where hers says that it is a one-time fee of $29. Mine shows $15. So I said, well, maybe they adjusted because people were in the uproar. I said, well, hey, check yours. Like, refresh it, check it. She says on her end, it still says 29. Now that is a red flag for me because why is it, I didn't sign up. I'm not here based off of clicking on someone's link to get a discount. I just logged into my account. I hit start a new shop, and this is what I was met with, that there is a 15. So her picture is the exact same picture that we see here. Mine just has a different one-time fee. Okay. And basically what this means, let's see over here before I kind of get started. Let me see. Anyone said anything to me over on TikTok? Hello, welcome in everybody. Okay. If you don't already know, I'm going to go to the original way that like people sell on like Etsy and like the fees and things of that nature, right? So now there is a one-time fee. And this was also pretty interesting because on here, they list the cost of everything, but here it doesn't say exactly, it doesn't say a number for what that setup fee would be. So there must be some sort of something going on, as to why it is a different setup fee for different people. But it says, once you've opened your shop, please note that you may be charged a one-time shop setup fee. If you are required to pay this fee, you will see the amount due before completing your final shop setup steps. And so that part was interesting too. If you're required to pay this fee, I wonder, again, what's the stipulations to, what determines if you have to set this fee up? I'm going to actually look into that because this one is new. Now, I had already planned on talking about all of these things, but this part is new. So I have to kind of see, what are the requirements for you to have to pay or not pay when it comes to the setup fee. Now, I will say, someone says mine says 15 too. Okay. So I will say that from a business standpoint, I know as a consumer, even though some of us are looking, or some of you guys are looking to start a business, we tend to operate a lot of the times from a regular consumer mindset. When we kind of see certain things come up and we see fees, I see so many people in groups who say they want to start a business, they want to be able to take orders online, and therefore first question is, where can I do this for free? Who's not going to charge me all these fees? Because they want to keep all of the money. Instead of pricing properly, they want to find some sort of way to get around it. They want to use PayPal, friends and family to avoid fees and things of that nature. But there are a lot of benefits to it. I mean, mainly in your taxes, because you can deduct certain things because that's not money that you kept. You only pay money on, taxes on the money that like your business keeps, like the profit. But if you're paying out, you put all of those different fees on your taxes so that they're not taxing you on that amount. But that's a story for a different day. You guys should not be avoiding fees. I know when you need the money right now and you want every single cent, you need every single cent. It's better for you to adjust your prices because on the back end, you don't want to have to owe Uncle Sam too much. You may end up owing them, or you may, that could be the difference in you getting a refund versus owing Uncle Sam quite a bit of money. So don't run away for those. This is something that we have discussed in our creative business program that I'm looking to maybe possibly bring back. We don't know. I'm testing the waters through the creative lounge and the things that we will discuss over there on whether or not we need to kind of bring back the creative business program. But there's always been fees. No matter what you do, in order to sell online, you're going to have fees. Even if you have a storefront, a brick and mortar, if you would like to take digital payments, which is what a credit card is, a credit card, a debit card, all of those things are digital payments. There is no physical cash that you are touching. So in order to take digital payments, you are going to have processing fees. Even if the website itself or the platform in which you conduct your sales and post your items, if you're, they're not in front of you, you're going to be subjected to a processing fee, merchant fees. You cannot avoid them. They are on every online site, even if the site itself is, I'm doing air quotes, free. Or if you have a Square, you're using like the Square Reader, if you have a POS system and you're taking credit cards, you cannot avoid that fee. You have to understand the cost of doing business. Set up your prices for the cost of doing business. I'm not going to harp too much on that, but that is so important, guys, when it comes to pricing, the cost of doing business. So this right here has been incorporated for maybe like 2 years now, a year or 2 years, where it's a fee that you may not know anything about, right? And it's this offsite ads fee. And it, like, people were in an uproar about this because it's like, why are we being charged for it? Now, I think that it's kind of jacked up to have this and have this. Because what I said was, from a business standpoint, okay, from a business standpoint, having a setup fee is smart on their part, because it's so many people that will go through the steps and never set it up. So and they're never making any money off of it, because you're not charged a listing fee until it goes like live, and then like once somebody purchased something, and then like of course that like resets. And then so many creators that are on these sites selling like $1 files, $2 files, they're putting stuff on sale. You can go get a digital file for $2, $3 or whatever. That's not making Etsy. So if the majority of their users was not selling like high ticket items or stuff that costs a little bit of money, to where that 3% adds up. 3% of $1. I mean, they're making 3 cents off of your little $1 sale. If you have a $2 product, they're making 6 cents. Like that's chump change to them. And so many people end up setting up these sites, and they're not, it's no, when it comes to handmade, normally handmade items they cost more, right? We're not talking $2, $3. But now that people are using it, and they've opened up their platform for digital products where you can do an instant download. These are lower cost things, which probably made them see a very big dip in their revenue, because now there's more people on their website selling low ticket products like digital downloads, and not enough of the handmade things. And then of course, when you guys are adding in AI, because it's just a little prompt here or there, that's really inexpensive. So now they're seeing their money drop. And it's like, hey, if we're going to allow you guys to sell digital products here, and not just physical products that you're charging $25, $50, $100, $200, $500 because you're making these handmade products, we got to recoup some of this money back. So if we take off our consumer hat and look at it from a business standpoint, and how people are using, and I don't mean using as in utilizing it, I mean using them, and their notoriety, it only makes sense. And I'm actually surprised that they've just now started the one-time setup fee. If you were to set up something like a Shopify while you are in that free trial period, unless you go through me, you only get to set up your site. You have access to it while you're paying for it. Once you are no longer paying for it, you don't have access to those. You don't have access to any of that back end things to be able to set it up, figure all these things out, again, unless you go through me or any other partner. So you're cut off, right? Well, with Etsy, you're able to play around in these people's system, take up space, and you may never even finish setting up your shop, because your girl may or may not have done that before. It may have taken me forever to actually get product on there. So you're having this shop that's not being utilized. It's just taking up space. So they're going in which they said, hey, if you still want to do that, we're going to charge that after you have, completed everything before you can go live, you have to pay this fee. I like that. Like, it's paying for real estate. This is not your website, it's theirs. They are putting up, like, when people say Etsy, they don't know Etsy because of you, right? You just say your business name. You have a shop on here, but it's like, okay, yeah, I am, my company is Purple Giraffes. And if you want to buy something from us, I'll send you the link. But you're not sending a link to your website. You don't say, okay, most people don't say, I'm going to send you my Etsy link. I'm going to send you a link to go and purchase, right? And yes, your shop is there. That name belongs to you, but it is a shop that lives on their platform where they are paying out millions of dollars in advertising and sponsorships and this, that, and the third. And you are reaping the benefits of it and paying them pennies because you have your $2, $3 digital product on here. You may have your shirt that you're charging $10 for and then want to complain when all the fees come out. But they're for them, they are a household name. People look to Etsy. You had people like Beyonce's stylist going on to Etsy to look for someone to make her that, that crystal or blinged out cowgirl hat. So people know that name. They know that handmade things live on Etsy. Etsy has made a name for themselves. And they are allowing you to have access to their customer base without any work. You don't have to, they don't really need you to send traffic to Etsy. They are doing that. So you are reaping the benefits of all of the work that they are putting in, because most crafters, y'all don't want to really know about marketing strategies. You don't have a marketing budget. You're not looking to do ads across the web. You're not looking to do sponsorships. And, sometimes they have to give up money to be a sponsor for certain things. And that allows their logo to be shown in different places. That allows their name to be shown in different places. That's a part of their marketing budget. The average crafter and startup business, you're not trying to do that. You want to do everything, or I'm going to say we, because that was me at one point as well. When we're starting out, we want to do everything organically. We want word of mouth because we don't want to spend those dollars on marketing where they're saying, hey, we are doing that. We're giving you, we have millions of people that click on our website and they come through here, whether it's through an ad that we did, something that we put out, they heard our name somewhere, or even through someone else's shop. We are bringing you millions of potential customers every single day. And all that we ask is this amount. So now it's like, okay, don't waste our time. There is a one-time. So if you have your site for 50 years, you're not paying this fee at this moment. It's not a yearly fee. They're saying it's a one-time fee for new accounts, whether it's 15 or 29, it's a one-time fee. Okay. So on top of the one-time fee, thank you so much for the likes. You have additional fees. And this is where it gets kind of funky for some people and they feel like, oh my God, this is too many fees. All right. So before this, they were only making money from here and here. Okay. Here and here. 6.5% is a lot, which I think this has actually gone up quite a bit since the last time. I don't remember when I first started. I don't remember it being this high. This is about the same amount as some of the buy now, pay later options, which kind of sucks. And I think Etsy does give you buy now, pay later options right now. And that might be why they took this up to match what some of these buy now, pay later options are. But this is where they make their money. So every time you post a listing or it auto resets. So if you put on your Etsy site that you have 500 of something, right? Each listing technically only represents one. Yes, it's available. Somebody can go in there and they can purchase. If you have 500 on there, they can purchase 500, right? but it only costs you 20 cents for that listing. But if each person that came to the site only purchased one of those things, every time it resets, so let's say you sold out of all 500, it would be 500 times 20 cents, because every time it is purchased, whether it's one or multiple units, that listing fee resets. Okay. So that's kind of how they make their money off of the listing fee. Then it's the transaction fee, 6.5%. This is why if you have these low ticket items and you're trying to attract crafters and you're running these sales and you're selling things for $2, $3, you're not going to make a lot of money, because they're going to take out of that $2.65, that $2, that let's just say $3.65, right? So let's kind of just do some math real quick here. So $3.65 times 0.065, okay? So that's already 24 cents that's going to come off of that, right? So, and this is not including if it was something that requires shipping, this don't even include that part, because the credit card processing is going to charge you for the total thing, even the shipping. So we're talking just digital files right now. So 24 cents is going to come off, plus the 20 cents. So Etsy will get 44 cents off of that $3.65, right? The credit card processing is 3%. So 365 times 0.03 is basically 11 cents plus their 25 cents. So plus 25 cents plus 0.44 equals minus 365. So from a listing that was 365, what you will see is 285 of that 365. Make sense? So you will basically be out of 80 cents for that 365. Of course, if it's $1, you can do the math on that. So let's say if you had something that was just $1, you are off the top, 20 cent listing fee, 25 cents. So from that $1, you are already down 45 cents. This is why y'all have to stop listening to people telling y'all you can do it, sell stuff on Etsy and you can do it for $2. And that, stop doing that. Y'all ain't making no money. Okay. So now there are 15% for off-site ad fees. When y'all see, Etsy run ads. So this is where, you can kind of play a little, not say a little game, but I mean, if they use something from your site, yes, more eyes get to see it, because they're not doing little small advertising, like they're doing major advertising. So if your shop happens to be a part of that advertising, every time someone clicks on that advertising, even if they are not coming to your shop specifically, if your shop, because you did such an amazing job with you're doing what you're supposed to do, right? You have great pictures, great descriptions, all these things. It's like, yes, this is going to represent our company like amazingly, and they want to use it in an ad. If someone clicks on it, even though they do not purchase from you, there is a 15% ad fee that you are responsible for, because you are on their platform and they are utilizing your shop for advertisement. Because remember, Etsy, the company, does not make anything. They are just a host site. Without the people on the site, they don't exist. Etsy does not have a headquarters where they are making things. So what can they advertise? Nothing. They only advertise what the users are putting on their platform. And now, to cover those ad dollars so that they can continue to get revenue, you're now being hit with that. This is where the fees kind of became problematic for me. I can see this to help you cover ads, but that's also kind of a one-time thing. So unless they had people setting up shops every single day, they won't have reoccurring revenue because that is a one-time fee. This is a continuous fee. This is a continuous fee. This is it's a reoccurring fee. They're going to always get that. So from a business standpoint, I totally get I get the setup. I get where this is needed, but 15% on the advertising to me is a bit much. And I think it's like if you're I think you still get paid. I don't think it's 15%. It's like 15 if they actually come to your site and buy something from your shop. But if your site, your shop was featured in the advertising, it's a smaller percentage. You still have to pay because you were using the advertising, but it's a smaller percentage. This is kind of the infrastructure of Etsy. Like I said in the beginning, if you are not going to draw traffic, like if you have a standalone site, they're bringing you customers. You don't have to search for them. People are going to go onto the site. They're going to put in their search. And if your SEO is set up, and you have your descriptions, your titles, your keywords all set up, they will potentially find you without you doing any work. And you can just wake up to sales. Now, you can of course, do your part where you are posting on social media and you're leading back to your shop because that's where you're going to finalize your transaction. But they make it, you can get customers that you would otherwise have not come across. That is why they are charging these things. When it comes to a standalone website, you're not going to avoid fees. Now, something like Shopify, which is one of the ones that I use, there is a monthly fee, which we have gone up. Like it used to be $29. Now it's $39 per month. You do still have a processing fee. So they don't charge you for each transaction like Etsy does, as far as money that goes to Shopify directly. Now they might be getting some kickback and some money on the back end from PayPal and MasterCard and Visa and all of the merchants, but they don't charge you. They're charging a payment processing fee of 30 cents. And then it's like, depending on which plan you have, your percentage is different depending on which plan you have. And then, of course, for the apps, they're getting their money also on the back end from the web developers and stuff like that for the apps. So trust and believe, they're making money on Shopify, and they're not just relying on our little $39 per month. That's a drop in the bucket compared to how they'll make money on the back end. Like I said, on Thursday, we are going to have a more in-depth discussion. The time may change because I'm actually going to put all of the Zoom links in. Once I confirm about my one-on-one session, this will either take place 10:30 a.m., kind of like how our Monday sessions are, or it's going to take place at 8:30 p.m. If you have a preference, as far as what time we would be able to kind of listen in and engage, 10:30 a.m. or 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, leave a comment. Let me know. That might, sway my decision on what time frame I will have this discussion. Only if you plan to attend or enroll in the Creative Lounge. And you can see the rest of the lineup for the month. Okay. But I just wanted to bring that to you guys' attention that if you are looking to set up an Etsy shop, there is now a one-time shop setup fee, which I know it may seem crazy. That part makes a lot of sense. It really does. If we're really thinking about it from a business standpoint, and as you get more into business, you are going to understand some of these decisions that are made by businesses where as a consumer, we see it as, oh, wait, they're being greedy. Guess what? Someone's going to think that about you one day, that, oh my God, you're working from home. It's just paper. Why are you being so greedy? That comes with the territory of running a business. Okay. All right. So I got to get ready to get out of here so I can get to the 8th grade parent meeting. But hopefully this was helpful for you. If you did not know about this new change in Etsy, let me know in the chat So meet me in the chat because I'm pretty sure this meeting is going to be boring. I'm going to need something to do and some things to discuss as we're in this meeting because I can tell she's going to probably have us coming here for no reason. So keep me entertained in this, this lovely 8th grade parent meeting by continuing the conversation in the chat. All right. So until next time. Someone says, and there's also a $10 fee. That's if you wanted to save on listing fees. Basically just pay $10. So no matter how much you sell, you pay that $10 up front, which helps some people. Now, some folk who have a lot of transactions every single month, those 20 cents can add up. So they will choose to go that route if their fees will exceed $10. So yeah. All right. Until next time, there is a post over on Facebook. Go check it out. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible, guys. Peace.